Stop everything for a moment. This matters. If you receive Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, what I'm about to explain could affect the timing of your next payment, and very few retirees realize it yet. Most videos you've seen about March 2026 Social Security just list dates. But there's one important twist, a scheduling quirk, that's confusing people and causing real worry about whether a payment is late, missing, or skipped. I want you to feel confident and in control, not uncertain or anxious. So let's walk through this carefully, clearly, and step by step. By the end of Part 1, you'll understand the big confirmed update and the core reason it's happening. Then in Part 2, we'll dive deeper into what this means for your money, your bank account, and what to do next. Here's the key. A confirmed change in the payment schedule takes effect March 1st, not a benefit cut, not a policy change, but a timing shift that affects when your benefit hits your bank account. And because March 1 falls on a Sunday this year, the Social Security Administration is following long-standing rules that trigger an early payment for some people. Most people don't realize this until their account doesn't show the usual March deposit, and that's where the fear and confusion start. Let's be clear and calm. This is not a cut in benefits. This is not linked to long-term budget or trust fund forecasts. This is a scheduling adjustment required by federal rules. Still, many seniors are going to check their account in early March and wonder, where's my money? That's exactly why you're watching this. Before we go deeper, let's anchor you with trust. I base this on what the Social Security Administration's official payment calendar says and news organizations reporting directly on it. This isn't speculation, it's confirmation. Here's the heart of the update. Pay close attention. Normally, SSI is paid on the first day of each month. Retirement benefits and SSDI are paid on set Wednesdays based on your birth date group. But in March 2026, something unusual happens. March 1st falls on a Sunday. Federal payment rules, set by law, say if the first of the month falls on a weekend or federal holiday, SSI payments must be issued on the last business day before that date. That's the entire rule. And here's the result. Instead of March 1st, SSI beneficiaries will receive their entire March payment on Friday, February 27th, 2026. That's the big confirmed change taking effect this year. Let's pause for a moment. Most people automatically expect a payment on the first of the month. That's been the pattern for years. When the calendar shifts, people don't think of it as a timing quirk. They think something is wrong. This is where many retirees get confused. They see the date is different. The calendar says March. Their bank statement might not show a deposit on March 1st, and they panic, thinking their benefit was late or withheld. That's not what's happening. This is a calendar adjustment, not a benefits cut or policy rollback. If you receive SSI only, then your March benefit arrives early on February 27, 2026. There will be no separate SSI payment in March because you already got it. This is not a bonus. This is not extra money. It's your regular March benefit. That's the key twist that's catching so many people off guard. And again, the Social Security Administration requires this timing whenever the first of the month lands on a weekend or federal holiday. It's not new, it's just rarely noticed until it affects a large group. Excellent question. And this is where the pattern stays normal for most people. For retirement, SSDI, survivors, and other standard Social Security payments, the schedule is still based on the birth date cycle. Born 1/10, paid Wednesday, March 11th. Born 11/20, paid Wednesday, March 18th. Born 21/31, paid Wednesday, March 25th. So, for the majority of beneficiaries, Social Security checks will still arrive the week after March starts. This is where the confusion hits hardest. SSI is early, but most Social Security payments haven't arrived yet, and many people expect all payments to follow the same pattern. They do not. Here's something many retirees overlook. If you receive both SSI and a Social Security retirement or SSDI check, your accounts might show two different dates. Some people might see SSI on Feb 27, but retirement or SSDI not until March 11, 18, or 25, depending on birth date. That's the exact scenario that triggers calls to Social Security offices, not because money is missing, but because the schedule looks unfamiliar. Most people don't realize this until it's too late, and that leads to unnecessary stress. Let's keep this simple and clear. SSI payments normally go out on the 1st of each month. This month they will be moved to February 27th because March 1st is Sunday. Social Security, retirement, and SSDI payments are still on their regular March schedule, based on birth dates and not moved. This is a timing rule, not a benefits cut. In just a moment, we're going to break down exactly how to check your payment schedule, what to do if you don't see a payment when you expect one, a simple checklist to confirm whether your benefit is on time or if action is actually required, and we'll also uncover the one small mistake that could cost some retirees money if ignored. That part starts right after this. Exactly how to check your payment schedule, what to do if you don't see a payment when you expect one, a simple checklist to confirm whether your benefit is on time or if action is actually required. Let's walk through this calmly and clearly. The safest way to confirm your payment isn't guessing, waiting, or worrying. It's verifying. Here's the correct order to check your benefit status, the same way a benefits counselor would guide someone step by step. First, check your bank account history. Look at deposits from the last couple of months and compare the pattern, not just one date. Payment timing usually follows a predictable cycle tied to your benefit type. Second, match your payment type to the correct schedule. Ask yourself one simple question. Do you receive SSI, Social Security, retirement, SSDI, or more than one? Because each category follows its own calendar rule. Third, compare your expected date with the official payment timing for that benefit. Not social media, not rumor posts, only confirmed schedules. Many retirees skip this step and assume something is wrong when the real issue is simply a date difference. Here's the key point most people miss. March is not missing a payment. It only looks that way for some people because of February's early deposit. If you receive SSI, your February payment came at the start of February. Your March payment arrives at the end of February. That means 2 deposits show up in 1 month and none show up in March. That pattern is completely normal under federal scheduling rules. It does not mean a skipped benefit. It means your March benefit arrived early. This is where many retirees get misled. They see someone else say they already got paid, and they assume something went wrong with their own account. But that other person may be in a completely different payment category. So let's talk about when you should actually be concerned. You should only investigate if your payment is still missing after your expected date window, if your bank shows a rejected deposit, if you recently changed banking information, or if you received a mailed notice requesting verification. Those are real signals. Everything else is usually timing confusion. Payment order itself is not random. For Social Security, retirement, and SSDI, the system uses a long-standing structure tied to birth dates. Early month birthdays are paid earlier in the month. Late month birthdays are paid later. That system spreads payments across weeks, so processing systems stay stable and accurate. So if someone you know gets paid before you, it does not mean they were approved faster or receive more money. It simply means they fall into a different payment group. Now here's something important to remember if your payment seems late. The Social Security Administration generally advises waiting about 3 business days after your expected payment date before reporting a missing deposit. Banks sometimes post deposits later in the day or overnight, and calling immediately can create stress when nothing is actually wrong. Calm verification always works better than urgent assumptions. If you receive more than one type of benefit, your deposits will almost never arrive on the same day. SSI, retirement, SSDI, and VA payments can all come from different systems with different schedules. That is completely normal. Many people don't realize this until they check their account expecting everything at once, and that expectation is what causes confusion, not the payment itself. So whenever timing looks different, here's a simple checklist you can follow. Confirm which benefit type you receive. Check the official payment date for that benefit. Review your bank deposits for early payments. Wait 3 business days past the expected date. Only then contact the agency if needed. If you follow those 5 steps, you'll almost never panic unnecessarily about your benefits again. Let's clear up one final misunderstanding. Some headlines online are calling this a March payment change. That wording can be misleading. Nothing about your benefit amount changed, nothing about your eligibility changed, nothing about your approval status changed. Only the calendar date changed. Understanding that difference protects you from misinformation and prevents needless stress. Here's the calm, accurate takeaway. SSI recipients receive March's payment early at the end of February. Retirement and SSDI recipients stay on their normal weekly March schedule. 2 February payments does not mean a bonus. No March SSI deposit does not mean a loss. It's a calendar shift, nothing more. Benefit programs follow structured rules, calendars, formulas, and federal guidelines. They don't run on rumors or speculation. The people who stay calm and informed almost never run into problems. The people who react to incomplete information often do. Your benefits are part of your financial foundation. Knowing exactly how they work gives you control, confidence, and peace of mind. Not worry, not confusion, not fear, just clarity. Stay informed, but stay grounded. Hope is not a strategy.